Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm giving you a list again. I just seen this other YouTuber, is it like Cheek Geek? I think Chic Geek, I think that's what her name is. I watched her. I'm not subscribed to her, but I've been watching her videos more and more each time she uploads, and I thought this was a good idea. This is the best eyeshadow palettes in each category. One palette each category. I cannot talk. It's the end of the day and I wanted to film. So far, anyways, number one is best colorful palette. So I choose this Glam Light Cake palette. And this is a rainbow palette, so this is my best colorful palette, and I chose this because it's newer in my collection and I really do enjoy it. Got this year and I cannot put this down. I have two shadows in my eyes right now and I really highly recommend this. This is $40 at Glamlight website. So this I highly recommend. It's beautiful. The colors are just beautiful. The formula and everything about it. So she put number two, best neutral cool tone and warm tone palette. Well, I'm gonna pick two palettes. I guess one could be warm tone and cool tone. I don't know. So first of all, I chose the BH Royal Affair palette, and to me this is like a warm tone, but I don't know. I just thought this was more of a neutral palette for me, and I love that green in here. Usually I do green looks in this palette, and then for one look I used these two with this color and it was beautiful, so that was one of them. And then my next neutral palette, I don't know if it's from a cool tone or warm tone, but it's the Carly Bible palette from Anastasia. And to me, these are like warmer tones. Yeah, like tons of shimmers in here. And I thought this was the best neutral palette that I have in my collection. Number three was best palette under $20. I bought this at Ross for $15. This BH first edition, 20 colors. And this is what it looks like when you open it up. And here's one layer of color. And I mostly have colors in my collection, so I thought these were good. I always see them on eBay. And that's the only place I find them on eBay. The other best ones that I recommend is at Walmart. The Profusion ones for $5 are pretty good, or the $13 ones. But my ultimate favorite has to be the BH one. And that's what it looks like. Okay, the next one is number four, best mini palette. ABH Narvina Volume 3. Mini Pro Pigment Palette Volume 3. That's what it looks like. I think this is a really good little palette. These are really good shimmers and mattes. Just a little bit of both. Great. Every time I use this palette, it's very pigmented. I love this palette. I get the best looks out of this palette. And she put the best, number five, best eyeshadow quad palette. Well, I don't got quads, so I got a 5-pan palette, and this is Natasha Denona mini gold palette, and I thought this is really good. For $30, this is, well, close to 30 at Sephora. I highly recommend this one. Very beautiful. I love greens and grungy tones, and this is what it looks like. The next palette is the best luxury brand palette is the Anastasia Jackie Aina palette, and my husband bought this for me full price at Ulta, and so this was like $50. This is like the highest I would spend on any palette. It would be $50 is my limit. So like Pat McGrath and like other things that are higher end, like the bigger Natasha Denonas, no. I think $50 would be good for the price point. And this is absolutely gorgeous palette. I like this for the fall time. And my favorite color is Sponsored right there. So this is my luxury palette. Number 7 is Best Travel Palette. So I picked this NYX palette. This was like $12 on Walmart app. And at the time I paid $12 even though it's $18, and this is the Brights one. And I love colors, so I would definitely travel with this. I'm planning on going to California in September, so I'm probably going to be traveling with this one soon. Very pigmented palette, really worth your money. This is a great drugstore brand. Number 8, Best Large Palette. So I picked Morphe Such a Gem palette. This is my largest palette I have in my collection. And this is what she looks like. I love all the colors in here. I do multiple, mostly dark looks in this palette, but I really love all the looks I create with this palette. I definitely need to dig into this palette even more. It's so beautiful. Starting over with this one. Number 9 is the Best Shimmer Palette, ColourPop Misunderstood Palette. I love this palette so much. The green and the purple are my most favorite in this palette, and I highly recommend this palette. At the website, it's $24. They still sell this one, and I paid $22 when it first came out. And I just love this palette so much. I highly recommend it. The best matte palette is the Myra Dreamscape palette. Marilyn got this for me, and this is what the color story looks like. It's all matte, nothing but matte, and I really love that. I have like no palettes that are just like all mattes, and this is a great matte palette that it's like the rainbow. So gotta have this. And this one I need to use. I think I used this like once. I need to use that again. So I highly recommend this palette for an all matte colorful palette. And I added this last one. So this is Best Grungy Palette. And I love this palette, this Anastasia Subculture palette. I really love this palette. And this is what she looks like. This is a must-have. I love fall colors and everything that screams fall. And I highly recommend this palette, even though I think this is like the reformulated palette, but I really do enjoy this every fall time. And I highly recommend it. Yes, these kind of palettes are powdery, but all of them are. And my favorite one is this one, which is Electric. That's my favorite palette. And that is it for Best Eyeshadow Palette in each category. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment to my channel. Bye for now.